Hey guys, I wanted to give you guys a quick communication around a couple of key things with the store as leaders. The first thing is the bathrooms. As I've already told a couple of you guys in person, I feel really badly as a leader that I didn't proactively communicate what was going on in the bathroom. Unfortunately, I didn't have any information, and so I feel really bad about the ambiguity there. You guys did a great job handling it. And I appreciate your working through that. You guys are a very resilient bunch, and I appreciate that very much. But I did want to quickly update you guys. I touched base with Amber in terms of what the brand standards are around this, and I posted an update for the baristas asking them to see you at the start of their next shift, just so we're aligned on how we're handling this. So the expectation is that the bathrooms are for paying customers, and that the way we deliver that code is on a receipt. So when the customer comes up for their purchase, if they want to use the bathroom, hey, I'll jot that on a receipt for you. That's the language we want to use, and it is for our paying guests. However, of course, there's going to be times where they've already bought their thing and they want to go to the bathroom, or someone who comes in who's not a customer is going to ask us to use the bathroom. In that moment, we're going to make our best judgment of whether that's something that's safe or not, and assume positive intent, and try to make it right for each individual person. But the intent is to protect the bathroom for our paying customers and for you guys as partners. We're going to change that code once a week. By Monday, I'll have a cadence and a routine around who's going to do that, who will be responsible for that, who will update the team each week of what that weekly changed code will be. However, the partner code, which Ryan was so amazing to set up for us, will not change. That will be the same. So let's make sure to protect that code, and that code is just for us. The other thing I want to share with you guys is, sadly and regretfully, there have been a lot of robberies at Starbucks in the last 2 or 3 weeks. And it's something that is very concerning to me as a partner. Thankfully, no partners have been hurt, and for that I really am thankful. However, it's something that's very scary. So I have a couple of things I want to remind you guys as leaders and as cash holders that I want to make sure that we're doing to protect you guys, to protect ourselves. The first is to remind you of the standard is there's no tills out the first 30 and the last 30 minutes of the business day, as well as no safe access or entry the first 30 and the last 30. So when we're opening, all those cash handling things have to be done before we open the doors. Same thing on the close. We get our cash handling done either before 30 minutes, and then we wait to finish after we lock the doors to finish up. That's a company standard that I just want to remind you. I'm not saying it's not happening, but I want to remind that is the standard, and that standard is there to protect us during those times of day where we found that we are the most vulnerable. So please protect yourselves by following that standard. In the event that we would have an event like that, I wanted to remind you guys that your emergency code on your safe is your PIN +1. So if your PIN was 1234, your emergency code would be 1235, and that would set off a silent alarm. So I want to make sure all of you guys knew that. I wanted to remind you that if something were to happen, once the criminals left the store, you want to lock the store, okay? And call 911 immediately. Call me as well. And then also I want you to know that there are robbery forms in the bottom drawer in the very back that's clearly labeled robbery forms. You want to get those out right away and fill out as much information while it's fresh in your mind, so we can try to apprehend the person who's responsible. So it's not something that's fun to talk about, but it's been weighing on my mind as these incidents have continued to happen, of what can I do just to remind you guys what can we try to do to be safe, to not leave ourselves vulnerable. And of course, if you have any questions, please let me know. I hope that makes sense. If you have any questions, please reach out. All right? Thanks, guys. I'll see you soon. Bye.